All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders here at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect. Mr. Brother Barak coming at you another lesson I pray is edifying and exhorting. Okay, and pretty much just want to get into this article here that I got off of Blacklisted News. And it says, PSYOP pro-Palestine student protests. NYC man speaks out against college protesters. Okay. And that's pretty much everything that you see on TV, the news, and even to these so-called sitcoms and cartoons and shit that your children come up watching. All these things are different psychological operations working on the minds of the people, bringing them forth to the agenda, the agenda of the NWO. So once you come to realize this, matter of fact, we can start. Once you kind of realize this, you understand that the people here upon the earth are already worshiping the image of the beast. So let's go here and start in the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 15. And it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, and that he is Esau Edom. This chapter goes into the Edomite power structure, starting with the Greeks, okay, that leopard, headed by Alexander the Greek, right? Okay, and it ultimately going to be taken out by the bear, the modern day Medes, which is known as Russia today. Okay, it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. And we go into that word image, it goes into likeness, right? And the beast is a people, okay? People without laws, without morals. Matter of fact, let's go here and let's get it in the blue letter so we can pull up some of these words. Revelation 13 and 15, let's read it first. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right? So there's 144 called Yahweh Shai. So let's get this word beast. And it goes to Therion, an animal, a wild animal, wild beast, metaphorically, a brutal, bestial man, savage, ferocious. What did they say on that old movie? What is it called? Planet of the Apes. Beware of the beast man. Okay, he will make your home a desolation, not just your home, but his home as well. He have created these nukes, and they have a term called mad, mutually assured destruction. Right? He's a savage, ferocious man. Okay. So that when it says beast, is speaking specifically about Esau Edom's power structure, the NATO and the EU. Okay, and America is the whore that rides upon the beast, right? But they have what power through Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah to give life unto the image of the beast. That's where he received that power from. Job 9 and 24 tell you that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, so who gave him the earth? Who gave him that power? Right? This is prophecy playing out, right? So, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So the image is a likeness of whom? Himself, without laws, without morals. Okay, that's why he's pushing this LGBT agenda everywhere. He pushed division, confusion, and he do this through what? The means of his miracles, through psyops, through heavy witchcraft. Okay, and now it's about to get very, very physical, because what he have done is weaken the people through like we've been going through these psyops, through TV, fifth generational warfare, which I want to get into in this lesson as well. Okay, and then now see, he's gearing the people up, to receive his mark. The people is pretty much already worshiping, the image of the beast. Everybody got a phone, constantly in their phone. Everybody have been, pretty much separated, and he did that big time with these different streaming apps. A lot of people sit in the house. You don't see as many people, going to the movie. The movies have become obsolete now. People aren't going to the movies, going to the mall. There's not too many people that do outdoor family activities. Families don't even watch movies together anymore in the living room. Everybody's separated on their phones. Okay. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that mark is the charagma. It goes to the word charagma, which is a physical device that's going to be used, that's going to be implanted into the people via a subdermal needle. You know, whether you receive it in your forehead or your hand. He also has something called Neuralink, right? Which you got to be a complete fool to take that, because pretty much your brain is pretty much like a processing unit, sending out so many signals, and now people it's receiving his chip, which is their mark, into their brain, so he can control their brain. Now he can control their mind, their form of thoughts, and that no man, this is going to be the key thing here, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you're going to have to show your allegiance to him. And you can even go into it's a time, it's a record, I believe it was Dionysus, that they was worshiping during the time of one of those Ptolemy, one of those Egyptian rulers, Edomite Egyptian rulers, one of those Ptolemies, had was causing Jake to receive an ivy leaf, pretty much brand on their arm, to show their allegiance, to the system. So now there's nothing new under the sun. Now it's coming back where he want to put a physical device within you. And he's going to cause it to the point, he's trying to make to the point that you can't buy or sell. See, that's when society is going to completely break, That's when people are truly going to lose it, when it's time to eat. Because people are already hanging on by a thread, okay? That's what the scripture says, suddenly should have sown places appear unsown. Right now, people are hanging on by a thread. And the reason why a lot of people haven't bugged out is because they still can, get their vices. People out here, pretty much the society is still up and running. People out here still drinking. They still can smoke their cigarettes, right? And the main thing is that they still can eat. But watch when Esau, pretty much take away all these pleasures, okay, which is going to be by the power of the Lord. That's when all hell is going to break loose, right? And he uses psyops to bring forth his agenda. That's why I want to get into this article here. So let's go ahead and jump in. And I pray this is edifying and exhorting. So you see the thumbnail here. I'll probably make this the thumbnail for the lesson, Lord, as well. It says, and this is the guy off the Matrix, right? It says, what if I told you that every media trend is a psychological operation? The anything but organic protests currently metastasizing across American college campuses is yet another example of the ideological state apparatus deploying ever more of the Hegelian dialect psyops across the most self-entitled, impressionable, and brainwashed demographic, namely the useful idiot student. Because all these people are students of Esau. It don't matter. All right, so like it, Shalom, coming back in. Phone call got cut off. Phone call cut me off. Matter of fact, so like let me put this on do not disturb, and we go tap back in here. Okay, so like we're going to, man, all these people are pretty much, students of Esau. Or everybody here especially here in America is pretty much idiots, man. But let's check this out. Let's see if we can get a quick definition on this Hegelian dialect. Oh, shit. Let's see here. It says, let's see more. It says method. Okay, let me just see if they can give us anything here. Dialectic, also known as the dialectical method, refers originally to dialogue between people holding different points of view about a different subject, wishing to arrive at the truth. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Let's see. Let's see if we got something at this top, on this top one. But it pretty much goes into order out chaos, problem, reaction, solution, order out of chaos. That's pretty much what it goes into. Hegelian dialect. All right, so let's see if we can get out of here. Back here. Okay. So then you see this thumbnail here on the bottom. It says George Soros allegedly tied to funding pro-Palestine student protests. Seriously though, how many of these demonstrators are American citizens? Think about that as well. This great influx of so-called migrants coming in, through these border crises. So, the earth is the stage, man. It's a lot of witchcraft being played out right here in our faces, man. Okay. You don't know who these people truly are. And yeah, those Israelis have been, bombing the Palestinians, so these things actually did happen, as far as the bombings. But what? Never let a good crisis go to waste. So they just taking that and they putting their own spin on into it. And now you got, people like holding on and pretty much holding on to it and eating it up. Because you see all over, especially here in Tampa, they be downtown with it, Tampa Terrace with it, these different college campuses with it. Okay. And it's not just here in Tampa, but now this is spreading like wildfire across the US. And they're also using this to push what? The anti-Sem. Okay. That anti-Sem situation. So we're under, we know what the hell Esau got going on. So it says from PSYOP 19, look at this, from PSYOP 19 to PSYOP Ukraine war to PSYOP climate change to the latest PSYOP pro-Palestine student protest. The genetically modified college scholar is one of the most reliable sources of moronic destabilization. That's all this really is about, is destabilizing the country, destabilizing the people. So let's jump back here to Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. And it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. And that who is the heavens? That's speaking about the elect, man. Okay. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. So we're pilgrims, man. Yeah, we here. But the scripture say, well, and those evils be even as pilgrims. We don't live here, man. We're waiting to be beamed up. We're waiting to be taken out of the earth, man. Right? It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So this is all part of his wrath. This is the beginning of his wrath, because you haven't even seen vintage Esau. The ancient E, that spirit is about to come back out, and he's gonna use his sword to slay, man. Okay. So let's grab this here in the book of Corinthians. Okay, 2 and 11. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Who is Satan? Satan's our adversary, man. A slanderer, a deceiver, right? It says, so that Satan would not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. And that's what you're seeing. All these are just evil schemes, man. Psyops, right? This is him pretty much order out of chaos. He creates the chaos to bring forth. He want to bring in his troops and bring in his order, right? And you also see how Trump is talking. Nero talking about doing a mass deportation. If he come back in office, pitting the National Guard and the military on the streets of the U.S. To pretty much rid these immigrants out of here. Okay. It's a lot of things going on. That's why we have to be circumspect. And these things are needful. That's why what we just read, it said, let's get back there real quick. Go back to that Revelation 12. Because it said rejoice, right? Revelation 12 and 12 again. Therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So why are we rejoicing? Because we understand that these things must come to pass. So I'm going to grab this, that one of the elder brothers in the camp, Kanakala, brought out, at Matthew chapter 24, going to this word shorten, right? Because it just said rejoice. Why are we rejoicing that Satan is coming down with wrath? Because these things are needful to lead us into the end. Matthew 24 and 22, it says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Okay. So now when you go into this word shorten here, and the blue letter translates to mutilate. In the New Testament, to shorten, abridge, curtail, right? And abridge means, pretty much it goes to the same thing, shorten, like when you got the books, like the first books of the Bible, going to the Torah of Moses, that was like an abridgment, from the beginning to the time of Moses. That wasn't all of our history, but it was like an abridgment of the things that we needed. And that's pretty much the whole Bible. We have a abridgment of things pertaining to salvation. We don't have, all the books, but all the books isn't needed. We just need what we need for salvation, right? So going a little deeper, it says to lop or prune. And prune goes into to cut, as trees and wings, to curb, check, restrain. Check this, to chastise, correct, punishment, to cause to be punished, right? So the Lord is putting the spirit in Esau Edom to bring forth his agenda. Why? Because the Lord is he finna get us out of here, man. So it's beautiful. Everything that we see happening upon the earth is beautiful. So when you look at this word mutilate, it says mutilation or maiming is severe damage to the body that has a subsequent utterly ruinous effect on an individual's quality of life. You see that? So the time that we're coming into is going to have a great effect on the quality of life here. Hence, like we quoted earlier, suddenly should have sown places appear unsown. Let's grab that. Now I quoted it twice, so let's grab it. That's going to be 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 22, I believe. Yep, it says, and suddenly should have sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. You see that? So that's the times being made, and it says suddenly. Okay. So Satan know he had but a short time. He's going to come down with great wrath. Suddenly. Okay. But this is the Lord shortening the times. He's maiming the times, right? So at the end of this paragraph, it says, in the modern era, the term has an overwhelmingly negative connotation, referring to alterations that render something inferior, dysfunctional, imperfect, or ugly. That's right, dysfunctional. This society is going to be dysfunctional of what you typically know as society here today. Okay. But we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We know that these things must come to pass, right? So now let's land back that with this precept here. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. It says, this know also that in the last days, perilous times shall come, right? So check this out. Let's get this word perilous. It says calypsos. Okay. It says hard to do, to take, to approach, hard to bear, troublesome, dangerous, harsh, fierce, savage. Then when you go into the root words, something else I'm looking for. The elder brought it out the other day. Let me see. Which word was it? Hard to bear, troublesome. It's another word here that should pop up. I got to remember. You see, it says dangerous, so we understand we're entering into a dangerous time, right? Hard to bear. Let me see, which one was it? It's not. There's a word going into epoch. Let me see. Matter of fact, this is what we're going to do. We're going to hold that. Then we'll go here. Let's see if we can pull it up in the Adam online. That's pretty much an expected time. Okay. I forgot exactly how to get to this word here in the Greek, but it goes into epoch. Okay. It says point marking the start of a new period in time. From medieval Latin, epocha, from Greek epoche, stoppage, fixed point of time, to pause, take up a position, to hold, transfer, sense of a period of time. So pretty much we come into a transfer of power, right? But this is this transfer of power is marked by a highly anticipated time, and that highly anticipated time is the time of Jacob's trouble, man. A time that was never before seen upon the earth. See, that's the time that we're coming into. And what we see, Esau Edom, which is ultimately the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua on his left-hand side, he's using these different situations to bring forth his agenda. See, this is all the Lord's agenda, man. Okay? His word should not go out void. It should not return unto him void. Now, let's get this here. It says, 5th generational warfare is right here. Check this out. So fifth generation warfare is warfare that is conducted primarily through non-kinetic military action. Kinetic, I believe, goes into like a type of force. It's like a scientific word. Give me 1 second. Non-kinetic. So I believe it's kind of like physical, kinetic. Like, you got kinetic energy. Kinetic relating to muscular motion. You see, moving, putting in motion, move, right? So this warfare has already started. They didn't have to physically touch you, but what they've been working on the minds of the people, right? It said that it's conducted primarily through non-kinetic military action, such as social engineering, misinformation, and that's another thing with these different protests. A lot of that is misinformation, right? Cyber attacks, along with emerging technologies such as AI and fully autonomous systems. Fifth generation warfare has been described by Daniel Abbott as a war of information and perception, right? So they're using this to play on the minds of the people, what? To bring forth their agenda, right? Now they're even, here go those talks again about what? Banning the Bible, right? Because now they're saying, like, in some parts, they're saying pretty much the New Testament is anti-Sem because people are saying that the Jews delivered up our Lord Yahweh Shai, who they call Jesus, they delivered him up, to the Romans. Like, but Esau, you say you the Romans, you say you the Jews, like, goddamn, what's the problem here? But pretty much the point is, it's all psyop. Okay, matter of fact, while we right here on Wikipedia, let's see if we can just pull that up. Put psyop. Let's see. Changed it. Psy. They put psychological warfare. Psy-war, the basis aspects of modern psyop, has been known by many other names or terms, including military information support operations, psyop, political warfare. That's another thing. Going back to that beast, because it said what political warfare, right? So let's jump back here again. Hey man, these end time prophecies are speaking loud and clear. It said political warfare. So now we can go to Revelation chapter 13. Where is that at? Revelation 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. That beast coming up is America, right? You see, it said two horns like a lamb. Their bipartisan system, the Republican and Democrat, and he spake as a dragon. You see, so it's what they say: two wings, same bird. Birds of a feather flock together, man. You see, two sides, one coin. So it's that same beast, it's that same dragon. Okay, though he had horns like a lamb to make it seem like it's the best interest of the people, or to make it seem like they're one side is against the other side. No, they're all together, man. Okay, that's part of that political warfare as well. Hearts and minds and propaganda. The term is used to denote any action which is practiced mainly by psychological methods with the aim of evoking a planned psychological reaction in other people. Going back to what we was reading earlier in the article, Hegelian dialect. Okay, so let's go here, and that was pretty much on that article. Let's see if anything else. Yeah, so that's pretty much on this article, and that's pretty much the point. We in some trouble sometimes, and pretty much all these people, because even when you go into MK Ultra, yeah, different programs, especially watch that Jason Bourne, movie series, okay? Where they MK Ultra these different people, then they use certain code words to activate them, right? You see, but those so-called for military purposes. But the same thing with the people. That's why predictive programming is another part of psyop, right? They put all these dystopian movies out, all these zombie movies, zombie games. They promote a whole lot of division and violence, rebellion. Have people, they don't promote people working together, and trying to build the saber society. No, they promote once all hell break loose, once shit hits the fan, every man for himself. Okay. So man, pretty much that's the point. I just want to touch on this article. And it's some troublesome times coming, right? And a lot of these things are going to lead to persecution, man, right? So of course the saints are going to be persecuted, and majority the people going to be persecuted as well, right? But what they're going to fold over, and they're going to receive the mark. You see, what's going to make the persecution of the saints so great is because we're not going to comply with the system. Okay, no matter what, Our loyalty is to our King, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. And that's the side we're going to stay on. Right? So just a quick article, updating on some news. And I pray it was edifying and exhorting. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone Real Well. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.